through. Catherine in the north seat and Michael in the west seat. North Dakota player. We don't have too many of those. I do say the 9.3% Ricci rate definitely alerts me. I think this is the Edwin style. 46% call rate, 9% Ricci rate.
I mean, Edwin made it work in session one, a single digit Ricci rate, but won all 4 games. So we'll see how things pan out here. Should be a good matchup.
Yeah, right now Michael in the demotion zone in B3, and Lewis in second place overall, although we are very early, just having finished session one a couple days ago. And we're off. Pinfu hand in front of us on the right. Pinfu hand across East pair, maybe even a Chitoitsu or a Toy. And on the left, slower Pinfu hand. Maybe could turn into some sort of Honitsu in Pinzu, but I think you just draw and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm excited for this dealer to somehow turn this into a Tanyao. I know that one pin, of course, we have to get rid of in the 9 months easy. I think we can make it happen.
Tanyao, I mean, it's always Tanyao, but the question is, can we also get something fancy, like, say, Suwanko Tanyao?
Starting with 2 triplets is always a good play towards that.
I mean, you're halfway there, right?
Absolutely. Hand on the right, progressing towards another Tanyo with the Pinfu, hopefully. And across the way, there's the East pair. Wonder if we'll get to see that called. The East has been drawn on the right. It's probably going to come out pretty soon.
Out it goes. Chun paired up on the right as well. We see the call across the way. Michael taking the East Shakuai. Well, there's a pair.
That's the perfect tile to plan to discard this one pin as well. Pull, maybe? Let's it go.
Nope, not wanting the Tanya, wants all the value.
Yeah, you might be right about that.
You could always be a little greedier, but this hand does feel a little slow with an open hand. Start of row 2, but hey, if you hit it, it's worth everything.
Yeah, Joe also keeping the pairs up on the right.
Well, that is Ishan 10 now for Tanya. One pin goes out. Needs a 4-so at a 6-pin for Tanya Door 1.
Still 3 copies of the Door of the Wall. There's another pair.
Oh, and you have to go 1-so here, don't you? No!
Oh, let's it go.
Masuanko Dreams!
Well, maybe that's Joe's job now, at least for Son Uncle. He's got
3. That's the other problem with having cut the 2, is that's always a potential issue. Chun, that will go out. I imagine it gets... No, it gets passed. Joe wants all the value here. I think I'd call it and maybe just go Honitsu.
maybe still planning to Honitsu now that the 6-mon has been drawn.
7's a great fill there on the left. Now Isha, oh, the perfect draw. Ricci Tanya, 3-pin, 6-pin, and 1 Dora. So 3 on here, and of course Sumo would be a Mungan for Lewis to start the game out.
Joe has drawn the Dora immediately on Ipatsu, cannot play that out, and so this was really going to stymie the hand. Going Chun Chun instead. He shoved in across the way as well. I don't know if you want to jam any of these So tiles into this Ricci, though. I guess the 5-so will go through.
Yeah, Joe is out. Oh, there is a deal in tile, but that is a messy shunted. But it comes out. Ricci, Tanya, Dora 1.
Yeah, could see most of the
Dora 3! What about a dealer Harimon to start the game out? 18,000.
Wow, there was only one 5-pin left that shape that 6-pin could deal into, but dealer had it. Dealer had the last copy, and that's going to be worth 18,000. Great start for Lise.
Yeah, just hit the aura. I mean, it's an easy game. So right here, actually, you're with another very strong starting hand. Could be Chanta, could just be Yakuhai. There are a few ways to play it. On the right, well, that's a Honitsu hand as I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, Joe's got rid of everything else. 8 unique in a pair as well if he wants to get fancy.
Well, that 6-pin is definitely a fancy cut. Sees the Yakuma. That, to me, is a bit much. But we'll see across the way. Speaking of Chanta, with hedges towards Kokujimuso. And on the left, actually a very nice Ricci Pinfu Tanyo Dora hand. Oh, and that's the probably draw the 6. You cut the 6, you're going to draw the 7th next turn.
Even the 7-pin keep is fine for like the Chanta
Chanta
Onitsu.
routes, yes.
But yeah, really hard committing here.
4 will be pulled. I think it is a mistake to cut the 5 there. You do not want the Atuzuke. You should be cutting the 8 from that Tanya shape.
Yeah,
Because there's no
normally,
realistic route to Sanshoku. If you draw the 9, the hand's in deep trouble. Whereas if you keep the
right.
5, 7, even though it is a weaker block in theory, it's actually correct because you don't want the 9 acceptance.
Yeah, the rare time when the extra tile doesn't help you.
Ooh, interesting option. I like 7 pin here.
Just get rid of that bad shape entirely. 3-so is sort of like a Dora Greed.
Yeah, it's a Doratonki play. I'm never going to complain about Doratonki Greed. I may have had my hand in the proverbial cookie jar going for that a few times in my life.
Just a few. Dora for dealer, but just throws that back.
Upgrade on the right, still not there. There are 2 pairs as well, so it's not Ishunted either.
Maybe it's Suisu at this point. Call the West.
Okay, now we're Ishanten.
Looks like we still have 3 pairs actually, so
3 pairs. East. Oh, you're right.
still
My
one
eyes got
so,
big like that.
and then the Monzu.
Yeah, I didn't see the double west in there. Oh, that is Tenpai on the left.
Actually,
Wait, no, there's no pair, is there?
yeah.
Yeah, there's not a pair. I like
All
the
right,
force the cut.
this will be a Nobuton then in the future.
5 pin could call and advance the hand, but there's no Yaku here, so it doesn't really help. 6 is a nice pull. We have the floating 9, floating 5. Could also just cut 9 pin. Goes with the pay. Pair up on the left in the 8 pin. Cuts the 5.
I kind of like that actually. Anticipating to
Okay,
build in the
now Josie Shunten. That's what I was looking for. Tenpai on the left. This is an Intotsu shape, assuming the 8 goes out. 3 mon, 6 mon, 7 pin. The 7 is dead. There's the 6. Gonna get held back for a turn at least.
I have not counted the tiles to see. The 1-mon is not live in the wall. Oh, is that right? No, it is live. There's one left.
Simon, isn't it still Ishunten for that Kokushimoso? Dora! Ooh, but it has to go back.
No hesitation. It looks like
And I think we're just gonna hit. Oh, there's our Tenpai!
a
If
little
for
late,
some
but
reason the one so were it, and there they see. Joe
actually,
did get to the Tenpai on the very last draw, but it is worth 1,500.
were there 2 dead walled? I think 2
I think
were.
it's just one. I'd have to look back
Okay.
though.
Well, that's going to end the dealership of Lewis, but had plenty of points earned, and Joe will get the opportunity now. This is not going to be a Kokushi.
Would require very creative play. Looks like a Pinfu hand on the right. Dora 2. Play Tanyao, hopefully. Across the way, Chun Pon. Potentially a Dora. And on the left, few pairs. Kind of everything is meh. Ishunten headless across the way. Definitely the fastest hand by far.
Yeah, and you definitely want to be able to use the Dora, but if you can't, at the very least, having a triplet 9-pin will give you a little bit of extra foo.
Well, that assumes you don't just break from it. You draw 1 pin, that 9 just goes out.
Now, here's a question. I guess because you lose, you have the ability to cut away from that triplet and use the 9 pins as your pair. You don't really con here, but once you get Tenpai, would you take that con? Say you paired something up.
Of course. You con for foo, not value. Well, okay. Oh, well, doesn't even want it. That was Tenpai rejected. Would have been 140 foo on the 4-7.
So
And that
give me
was an
Dora.
immediate cut as well.
The shape is still extremely efficient.
Yeah, but
But it's not
This
Tenpai.
is so slow. And you just have to figure this is a pretty bad weight because one side is Dora, the other obviously Dora Suji.
It turns out that just a lot of these tiles are being held. Joe picks up a 7, so moving towards that.
Well, there's the one. I think you just have to take that, and now you've lost out on the value of the foo because you didn't take it earlier. But is on the 4-7 now, just 1,600 instead of 1,900, as there are two Homba.
Or 7, still pretty live. 5 tiles in the wall.
Now, there's an Ishunten on the right for a Chitoitsu, so we might even see it come out. I like 9. Yeah, I go for Tanya. You have two Dora. Tanya should always be the default play.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Well, that's the end of that.
Yeah, nothing to do there.
1,600. Catherine will pick that up.
Oh, what is this?
And this is going
We
to
could
be dealer here. East 3, Michael with a Hatsu pair.
Yeah, Joe's got an insane high buy as we move away.
On the right, Pinfu hand, maybe Mr. 1, 2, 3, Sanjiku. Across the way, Pinfu hand. And on the left, I mean, you say amazing, but it's not that amazing. It's Ishunten with a possible base jump on.
It started with 3 completed sequences, so I thought it was pretty good.
I mean, it's definitely an above average hand, but it's not like, ooh, show me all the points.
Yeah, I was anticipating a move towards maybe Tanyao, Pinshu, and Sanshoku, but then the pay paired up, and that kind of spoiled that idea.
Well, especially in the North Sea, you just have such a huge incentive to be shumpon on it.
If you're really greedy, you could cut the North pair.
This is Joe. There are definitely situations in which I've seen him cut the North pair here.
Really thought about it there with the 7-mon draw. All right, I think if he's not cutting it on this 4-mon, probably just going to stay in the hand forever.
Yeah, could have even cut the Tusa there. I think I'd have liked the 2 there. Because then you at least hedge the Peiko option. The problem is the 8, so maybe 8-pin makes more sense. Since it's, as a Nobuton, a terrible one. Oh, there is Tenpai. It is a Richidomi if you take it. Not what Joe wanted, but we'll take it.
Especially after seeing the 7-pin come out twice. You can see 3 of those tiles. Still 4 in the wall, so not a bad Richi here.
It's a 2-pin Dora. You're not really sure if anyone has it. Although we see 2 of them now on the right.
Yeah, she's
That is Tenpai. If dealer takes it, always should. The 7's a safe discard after call for Tenpai on 4-so, 7-so for Hatsunomi. Of course, those 7s are pretty lucked up on the right. 3 of them there. 4-so, 2 outs, so 3 outs there.
The hand on the right is trying to get there. The 8-mon can probably go through. It's the 6-so that's going to be the problem. It actually just stops on the north, says, I don't see any of these. That's the north seat. I'm not going to mess around with this.
Well, to be fair, Joe was trying to get the north weight, but the tiles didn't cooperate.
Can the hand across get
Oh,
there?
there's the 4. Deals in. Hatsunomi, 1,500, and the stick, so gets some of the points back. But hitting that dealer Hanemon in East 1, there's a long way to go for Michael to close the gap here. Does have a Chun pair call and go type hand. On the right, Pinfu. You do have the East pair, so maybe just call it and not worry about it. Now you can even consider greeting for Chanta, but I think you just call the East across the way. Pinfu, maybe an Itsu in Pinzu, but very strong hand overall. And on the left, it's just Tanya. A whole bunch of pairs. 1 Dora. Just have to turn into some sort of Tanya. Distant 2, 3, 4 Sanjigurap with the 3, 3 in Pinzu. That's unlikely.
Yeah, I'm looking at the hand on the right and trying to find a way to make it Honitsu, but most of the time it just wins before it ever gets there. Especially
Yeah, you have 2 blocks to cut in Manzu. It's really hard to do that.
Oh.
If it's 1, even if it's a fairly complex block, like a 4, 6, 8, 9, then maybe get away from it, but it's just too hard at this point.
The other thing is the 5/6 Diamond is a Dora accepting block.
Oh, well, cuts the 3 mon and draws the 2 right next to it. Dora
Classic.
pair up on the left, so that's Ishan 10 for Chitoitsu, Tanya Dora 2.
Could still
Anko with
just
a 4 across the way. That's a nice draw.
Richi Nomi, Richidora Sanshoku, if we're thinking about
Tenpai
the next
on the
seven.
right, 4-7. Of course, the 7 is Dora.
Yeah, I love the 3-so here because if we draw the
Khan?
6-so, we'll lose it.
Khan! Tenpai! Only gets the Fu from the Khan, does not hit the Condora. There's only one 5-so anyone has. Oh, there's the Subo on the 7-mon first Dora. So we get 1,300 all and the Honma, so 15,600. Slowly creeping back. Decent starting in here, maybe even close Honitsu. On the right, Pinfu Hand across the way. Pinfu Hand, and on the left, Pinfu Hand, but a little worse than the rest of them.
Yeah, dealer already Ishan 10 might not be a good weight, not necessarily good value either. You really want to draw the Dora, and that fixes a lot of problems.
At the same time, you get 7 pin, you just take it. Oh, the 5 is probably the most awkward draw imaginable.
Yeah, 8-pin is kind of natural here, but it'll feel
I
great.
don't like the 4. This does keep you with the widest acceptance, but you're going to be bad shape every time now. Well, just upgrade into it. Seize the 5-6-7 Sanchoku route, maybe?
Possibly. The downside is that we don't get to use the Dora so easily here.
Oh. What do you think of keeping the 6-0?
I'm considering it. It's not immediately fantastic because the thing we're mostly missing here is the pair. And the 6/8 has better pair acceptance than holding the 6/0 by itself. But
Yeah, but I'd cut the 8 pin here. Because
it
there's
is
already
pretty.
one of those out. We're not losing a whole lot, and I'm not thrilled with the 7. I guess it ends Pinfu.
Eat.
But first Tenpai is across the way with a 5-8 weight Richi Pinfu Dora 1.
Oh no, and the Dora Anipatsu. So dealer can
It's
just
okay.
go.
It's just Tanya. You just pair it up and you cut the. Oh no, the 6 was the route.
Surely couldn't have known. Yeah, north, north, north into a Tanyao lean. Then you pair up the Dora or Dora Tanki in the future. Could be the
Oh,
path. But
there's
no,
our
pair.
Subo. Reach Subo Pinfu Dora. A little early on the transition, but
Yeah,
we
Tenho has
did
been
see
doing
the
that
win.
lately. There's like no control over it. Sometimes it even skips it completely.
All right. Well, Catherine is going to be dealer here. We are in East 4. Pinfu Hand. There's some shifts towards 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku and 2, 3, 4 Sanshoku, but has to get there first. On the right, whole bunch of Pinzu with a 3, 3, 4, 4, 6, 6. Of course, a 2 or a 5 really helps. Across the way, more Pinzu. That's enough to even go Honitsu on it. We are not in the south round, so south pair isn't as useful. And on the left, Pinfu Hand forces a nice pull there.
Hakudora always exciting when there's a dragon. One on the right, so we'll see if that can be used in like a chi toy maybe.
Well, 9-1 doesn't help. Chun doesn't help. 3 does help immensely. And it is a Kutsuki, but at the same time, you just honestly would just prefer a 2-so or a 3-so.
Oh
Oh!
no, no.
That is an I'm dealer, I'm hitting button, but there are only 2 outs left.
Yeah, what is the play there? I mean, it's
I
not
would
really.
cut 1 mon. I just cut 1 mon.
I think
Oh! And then here I'd cut the 2 mon and be on the 1-4 Richi Pinfu.
Yeah, I agree. One of the ones has to go. Yeah, it's really not that bad to take a dealer Ricci and just say fight me, but I get scared when there is a
Oh,
door.
there's the 1. Will this be the deal in? Joe shoves it, so it was the right weight apparently. Terminals are good, Butsu. No, right here though, we'll pick up the 2,000 and a repeat.
I think Joe's gonna push that a lot of times. Most players will push that a lot of times. The hand just looks so good.
All right, Pinfu Taipan for the dealer. Also, a Dora can potentially accept another. On the right, slow garbage. There's a distant one to the Sanjiku, but everything in the hand is bad except the Dora. Across the way, Tanyo. And on the left, a few different ways to play it, but most likely Tanyo. Possible Sanjiku Doko. When you say that hand, do you ever just call that first 8S that comes out? Because my eyes would get quite big about it.
I am not convinced at this state just yet. But the nice thing
I'm
about the
not
Ace of Fortune,
convinced either. I just don't really see a downside to calling it.
yeah, I mean, if you're playing this hand, it's probably Tanyo. And if it's Tanyo, then calling has some sense to it. It also lets you use the door pretty easily.
Right. A 3-so would be very nice for multiple hands in this situation. Ooh, 3-4-5 across the way. That is now an Ishan 10 for Rishidora 1. East pair up on the left. There is one of those out already, so only one tile to get that Yakuhai.
Yeah, I was looking at Joe's hand, trying to find an excuse to cut the 9-8 mon, and he found it. He drew the 4-pin. Ooh, 8-pin's a little tricky. 50-10, so he just throws it back.
Oh, we might see a Honitsu shift here on the left.
That's another reason to keep to nab that 8, so I guess.
What do you mean? I'd be one more tile advanced by calling that. Well, that actually is a very awkward draw because it doesn't give any value. Itsu's such a mess to get from this hand. Well, you have to take this one, don't you?
Let's
I think
go.
you have to take the 8S there.
The problem here is the East is dead, so there's no Yakuhai to
Yeah, the
call.
second East was it skipped? Am I missing the second one? I see one
One
on
on
the
the right,
right.
one across, 5th tile.
Oh, okay, yes.
I think that got paired up maybe after, but yeah, it kind of Itsu or nothing at this point. I guess you have a 7, so draw into Ricci waiting on the
So
Dora.
here's what I would have done. I would have called the 8-so and cut the 6 for just K10.
I mean,
It was a little early, but I don't really see another route for this hand.
at this stage, that actually might just be, oh, Dora.
Doesn't want to throw it. If it does come out, it should be called.
He
Nope.
says, I am not willing to risk that.
Meanwhile, Catherine's been sitting here waiting for the Tenpai upgrade. Ryanman Ishan 10 since the middle of row 2 has not gotten anything here.
At this point, you're hoping that the player to your left gets Tenpai, so they drop you something useful.
There is a Tenpai, but it is on the right for Dora 1 and Subo. Tenpai across now with Tanyao and Dora.
Eventually
Well,
says, I
that
just
weight
have
is
to take the
dead.
Tenpai. There's a 6, got a call.
Gotta take that one. Could change that. I think I like calling the 3 and cutting a 5-mon.
The 6 been reasonably safe here.
7 so they should be taken. Should absolutely be taken. Tenpai will be waiting on that 3-so Dora. And everyone got there.
Well done. Very scrappy round, but it feels sad to lose 1,000 or more points by not getting the Tenpai. It's very important that everyone did get there.
Well, it's because if you're the only one without it, it's 3,000. And in Akinashi, that's a lot.
It's tough when you can tell everyone is just opening for a Tenpai that they don't have a Yaku.
Right.
Like, please give me something that I need to be there too.
All right. Well, dealer with a Pinfu hand on the right. Few pairs could be Chitoy or Toy Toy. Cross the way, a whole bunch of Pinzu. It looks like Shinitsu to me. And on the left, slower Pinfu hand, but certainly workable. 3-so on the right may move it towards a normal hand. I like the Haku cut. You're not really selling out on either option. If the Chun comes, you just take it.
Yeah, even after that 2-mon draw across the way for Joe, I think there's nothing that ever gets him off of Chinitsu here. Joe loves Chinitsu.
Well, 7-pin. Oh my goodness! There's
Oh.
no earthly way I am ever passing 7-pin there. You would
There
have to
is
come through and punch my face through the monitor, and I would still call the 7.
there is no limit to the greed here. Trying to get closed Chinitsu. Is there any other options? 4 pairs? That's not enough to convince me to go.
It's still Ishunten on the right. Oh, goes with the 1. Well, there's your Ipeco fill.
Can't
It
just
is
Haku here.
Ishunten for Chitoitsu. Could call that, but again, this is the problem not calling the 7. That'd be such a sad hand to only get Chitoitsu on.
Yeah, the plan here is definitely not Chitoi, but we
Tenpai for dealer. This is a 5-6 Shampon. We'll go ahead and slam it.
yeah, subscribing to the just hit the button theory.
As dealer, it's not a bad guide.
Door is a little tricky to use. The player on the right certainly can, but it's hard to tell who else wants it. Only one has been discarded by the dealer.
Well, now the 5 is Nakasuji, so it may pop out.
Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 4. Joe does get Tenpai on 6-9 mon. It waits on 7-pin. Or draw the 7-pin. Or we're going to see 7-8.
Each.
No, he takes the Ricci.
Takes the Ricci, Pinfu, Ipeco, maybe a Dora, 6 mon, 9 mon. That is Tenpai on the right. 2-pin, 5-pin. Oh, there's the 2.
Oh my
Shuts
goodness.
it down. 1 Han is good enough, and Lewis will just take it.
Yeah, there were some pretty expensive hands. Of course, the dealer Ricci was not as expensive as you might expect, but you never know what Uda gives, and it's a dealer hand. But Joe had a really nice Ricci P3 Peiko with potential Dora.
Yeah, but it wasn't Shinitsu.
It wasn't Shinitsu.
All right, well, dealer here has a reasonable hand looking for a Ricci Dora, maybe an Ipeco, maybe a second Dora. On the right, 8 Mon would really help. Of course, as always, when in doubt, draw more Dora. Across the way, Pinfu hand, much more standard. They have 2, 4, 6, 8 in Pinzu. And on the left, slower Pinfu hand with a few pairs. 2, 5, 8, so is not my favorite shape.
Yeah, this is a little reminiscent of East 1, where one of the players started with 2 triplets. And Joe, of course, I'm sure keeping an eye out for that Suanko. Already hunted 1 Yakuman in this game. Got to Tenpai, but didn't win it.
Yes, that Kokushimuso, of course. 9 Mon, of course, not going to be called. Dealer would much rather have the Peiko. Or also dreaming for that Suanka. Oh! So this is Chitoi, actually.
Yeah.
I like cutting the
Each.
7 Mon. Oh, this is a terrible weight. I hate this.
Dora Indicator Ricci is always a little bit rough. With Dora
Each.
too, you know, if you
Especially
Dama,
with Chitoitsu, because you have so many upgrades. But hey, may just draw it. Chased immediately, waiting on 7-pin. So it is 7-pin Kanchan versus 7 Mon. Penshan. Battle of the Bad Weights.
I will say I did play a ladder game this morning. Waited on 7 Mon twice. 2 Oyaman Sumos. So perhaps Liz just knows what is up. There's one in the wall.
Chitoitsu Ishunten on the left now.
Dora.
Shoves the door. It is Suji to both.
It's definitely you know you are struggling to find a safe towel when resorting to Dora Suji to both, and for good reason. That like nothing is really clearly safe on this board.
Oh, there's the sumo. Gets it. Richi sumo Chitoitsu Dora 2. The last one on the wall. No Ura, but another dealer. Hanemon.
Wow, 73,000 points. This has been an incredible game.
Definitely a route to getting promoted, though. You keep getting scores like this, you start thinking about the double promotion to B1. B3, remember, is the last division which you can double promote out of. And here we have a South pair calling go with the Dora, so this may not be the last hand as dealer. On the right, Joe with a pretty good Pinfu hand. Across the way, East pair, of course, now that we're in South round, because isn't that always how it is? On the
Naturally.
left, a couple pairs, but the Haku Jakuhai the shot is not. The problem is everything else is completely disconnected, so you're incentivized to maybe be able to lit more towards Chitoitsu, but accept a regular cheap hand otherwise. And does go ahead and call the Haku. There are so many improvements when your hand is just packed full of floaters like that.
A little lag there from Michael on the East, maybe considering Honitsu / Toy Toy ideas that can all use the East pawn, but decides to let it go, and I think that's probably a good idea.
If you call the East there, you almost have to go brute force Toy Toy or Honetsu. And there's a Chun pair. Of course, one of those did just come out. Interesting that the 6 was cut. That screams Chitoitsu play. But if you're going Chitoi, I like the Formon a lot because you have potential Suji Rep on the 1 or the 7. And who
Yeah, and
would
I
cut
think
4, 6 and wait on 7 or 1 for that matter?
right. I think Michael has the same idea here, just doing a little different cut order, but definitely planning to cut 6 and 4.
Joe building towards a Chinitsu. Wanted that closed one earlier. Ishunten on the left.
What is the Dora getting used? Oh, there's a 5. Look, we're going to see 6, 5, and 4. There's no way 7 is the deal in.
Another pair for dealer. May end up cutting the Dora here. I just throw it back, though.
3 so's
Does cut the Dora. This allows you to draw 6-0 or 9-0. The problem is 9-0 is pretty dead.
At some point.
I'm surprised the 7-0 wasn't taken. I'd have definitely grabbed that.
Yeah, I think
This
that's
end is just always Chitoy now if you pass that, and that is how it's being played.
it's a fine consideration to call that 7 because at this point your options are running kind of thin.
And by kinda, we mean very. Tenpai on the left. Oh, what about just Suanko Ishan 10?
Is it live? There is a 2 so, and there is a 7 so.
And
The
A
South is
South.
okay. It's live.
Yeah, everything's live there.
I was not
6 is a
expecting this
great
route,
tile
but
to call. Will be taken. I think Greed's the Itsu over the good shape, so maybe not ideal. We do see the Richi Chutoitsu across the way here. Dora drawn on a Patsu. Trusted the Suji last turn. Not going to do this one. Oh, there's the 3. It is Suji. I think you have to cut one of the Manzu here. Goes to the 2. Will not deal a Patsu. This should be a Chi. But I think it's a matter of time here before the deal in. Throws the 5. Oh,
somehow
doesn't just sumo it. Another Chitoitsu sumo. Richi sumo Chitoitsu. No aura, but will be 1,600, 3,200, and the Homba. So Liz down to 70,300.
hey, props for not dropping that 3. I might have dropped it Ipatsu.
Yeah, that's a very good defensive play there. The second one, I definitely would have dealt down on the 3 over that 5 pin. But Joe is dealing here with a Pinfu Tanyao type hand on the right. Pinfu across one Chundora. Pinfu Hami, 1, 2, 3 Sanshku in there. And on the left, Pinfu Hami, a 5, 6, 7 Sanshku or an Itsu Sozu.
Oh, beautiful 1 mon there. Ishanten for Shizuki. Catherine looking
Ooh,
for the
seven
three.
so. I would have called the seven so.
Yep, I can see it. Just like full greed, Chinitsu Itsu.
Yeah, don't even have to go for the Itsu. Shinitsu's fine. Okay, well,
Oh, but
there's Dorapoln for dealer. So Joe did pair up the Chun and then got another one. That will shut down this table pretty much.
yeah, this is where things get scary. Joe is definitely known for building big hands, and now he's showing just how big the hand can get.
Would you
12,000.
pull in the six? I would. Since it
I think
came
it's
from the right,
fine.
you're
Yeah,
not losing any draws. If it
it's
came
not.
from the left, I'd probably pass.
It's not a time I'm super happy to call, but it's something you can do.
All right, well, that's a Ricci now. Says, I see your dealer, Ricci, and I don't care. I'm in fourth with nothing to lose. Ricci Pinfu, 2-pin, 5-pin. And Joe is very likely to cut this 2 at some point.
Oh, even here. Oh, holds off.
Figures the 8-6 is pretty safe. No, just shoving.
Yeah, it does lose a little efficiency this way, but it does dodge the Ipatu Dilan.
Oh, could theoretically, the 6 is
Oh,
safe, but yeah,
it's
there's
gotta
the
come
deal
out.
in. Yeah, you have to take the Tenpai there. Ricci Pinfu. No aura, so 2,000 pickup. And we're heading to South 3.
Battle for second place, third place, fourth place, still completely live here.
Yeah, big battle here. Michael will be dealer here with an East pair, maybe calling go. A few options to greed, but I think you just call and take the cheap win. On the right, slow Pinfu hand across, slow Pinfu hand, and on the left, reasonably fast Tanya hand. So I'd say Joe probably with the advantage here, but he's also played so greedy these games that I don't know. Well, Ishitoitsu Tanya Ishanten now. That would definitely speed things up.
Mangon Sumo does
Oh,
put
there it
you.
is.
Wow.
Will this be a Ricci? You could even wait on the south, but I imagine you wait on the 6 for the Tanyao. We'll do so. Ricci Shitoitsu Tanyao. There are 2 of these left in the wall. Any sumo is at least Mongon. Oh, just Ipatsumo! Pick the correct Taki. Ricci Patsumo Tanyao Chitoitsu. There's a
Paimon?
Hanemon, no Ura,
Ah,
but it will be 12,000. Joe into second place off of that. Couldn't cash in the Yakuman in East 1. Couldn't cash in a couple Chinitsu attempts, but nails the Chitoitsu. Picks the Gret Tonki there. We're in all last. Catherine is dealer here. Nice little Pinfu hand on the right. You have the Shaw Anko, but it just feels really slow. Across the way, medium speed Pinfu hand. On the left, slow Pinfu hand. So dealer probably with the best hand here, but no one that strong.
5 Sodora, one on the left. The only one that's been drawn so far. Dealer would really like to see one to get back into second place. What's happening there on the right? 5 So, 6 So, 5 Mon.
That is a Kokoshi play, I presume.
All right. I would agree. Yeah, that hand hasn't been.
Says, okay, well, we all saw your Tenpai, Joe. I think I can upstage you. We'll see it.
Joe, I think, also got it when he was in the South Seat.
Another pair. The problem is with an Anko, you're always going to be farther from Tenpai than you think you are. Meanwhile, dealer Ishan Tenfarichi Pinfu Dora 1.
Yeah, just a really
Across the
classic
way,
hand.
Ishanten for a Chun to just lock in second place if it ever came out.
1 So, 1 So makes some sense here. If you draw this.
Oh, that is Tenpai. There's going to be our Ricci, and that Chun seems like it's going to come out fairly soon. Should be 2 so to begin with, though. Will dealer chase? That's the real question here. Should just be Shaw. And now you have 3 turns of safety. No reason to get involved in this.
Yeah.
So there is 1 Chun and 2 8s. There's the 8, and that just deals in. I don't see how you get away from
Boom.
it, and doesn't. And there's the deal in. Richi Nomi, Ini Ura, 3 Ura-san! Another one. That's going to put Joe into positive territory. And actually robs Lewis of an extra 5 points there, but still ends up with a plus 52.3. Joe off the Ura 3 there on the end, positive 7.9. Catherine, even with that deal in, still ends up with third, minus 23.2, and Michael just couldn't overcome that first hand, ends up with 8,000 and minus 37 this match.
Now, this is one of the reasons why Joe had so much power when he was playing in A1. You just cannot count him out. He finds these hands over and over again. The Kokushi Tenpai, the Chinitsu hands, the Chitoi Ipatsu Tsumo, no Ura, but he found his Ura later. The Ura-san in all last to pull over 30,000 points and earn a positive score back into the positives in the grand totals as well.
Okay, well, I think they just started back up. I need to take a couple minute break, so you take over, Nathaniel, and should be starting any second.
Yep, we see in the standings list on top now, 123.85 games in. Jeffrey second, Kayla third, followed by James, Sarah, and May. And have the numbers changed at all? One thing that I love to see is that single digit deal-in rate for Luis. 25% call, 20% Ricci, so fairly closed. Been paying out. We're underway. Shizuki, that's Catherine, will be our dealer. 1, 2, 3, Sanchoku available. Green Dragon Dora. On the right, looks like a tough hand to play, honestly. Across the way, only one copy of the Dora. And completed shape, one diamond. Another slow one. On the left, flush potentially, with the east call. Honitsu Yakuhai seems to be the plan, but can just call down for a 1,000 point hand if you retain the 5-6 pin diamond shape. Nice 2-mon for the dealer. Sanchoku looking definitely viable here. Now pair acquired for Lewis, but could be Itsu Yakuhai instead of Honitsu. A little bit difficult to cut away from the 5-5-6 shape completely at this point. Plus that Pongo, it's acceptable to call, but I personally prefer letting it go as well. On the right, maybe if we kept the 9-mon, we could have considered calling that 7-pin, but at this point, we are probably just stuck playing a closed hand and most likely folding later because these shapes are so tough to put together. Could even just start collecting Sozu and just pretend that you have a flush. Maybe if you get perfect draws, you can actually win the hand. Across the way, there was an opportunity at 7 pairs, but declined by cutting the 6-0. Door 2, maybe anticipating being able to open in the future. Five-mon becomes 1-3-5, 6-pin is pretty efficient here. If you do see the 4-mon from the left, you can chi 3-4-5 and get a Liamen final weight, or you can chi 4-5-6 and have the slightly worse 2-mon weight, but you'll get Itsu as well. I think the upgrade from 1-han to 2-han is not super powerful there, so it's understandable to chi 3-4-5. Oh, there's the Dora and there's the Pony. Shanten for Michael. Joe allows the Mangan to pop up onto the board. Says, you know what, you guys can deal with this. 7-mon Tenpai, and Joe's got one of those 7-mons if he's not careful.
All right, I am back, and yeah, one left in the wall. Joe does have that loose 7-mon. When you see that Dora pull, you have to be very careful. Yeah, just like folds out. I think that is a reasonable play. That is not Tenpai on the left.
A very big Ishanten now. Lots of pair draws.
That is Tenpai for dealer. I imagine it's just a Ricci. Takes the 2-so, 3-so weight. Oh, there's going to be a Patsu! Ricci, Patsu. Ura 1, 7,700. A very nice pickup there for Catherine in East 1.
Yeah, nothing to do for Michael. It was even Suji you're not going to stop there.
I took one look at that hand on the left, and I got big sushi eyes, and then I realized it's 4 of the same tile. So then my sushi eyes got a little smaller. We'll see if it is played aggressively for. It does take the con, but we'll hold everything for now, so we'll see. Dealer Pinfu hand of the right Pinfu, possible 567 or 456 Sanshku across the way. Probably Ricci Nomi or Ricci Dora. You do have the 1-1. You want to move towards Tanya, but it's just not really cooperating. And the hand on the left just feels slow. You're going to have to decide when to cut those honors, and getting too attached to them could just slow this hand way too far. Now 2 souths are out. You need to cut it.
Yeah,
Goes these first.
with the Yakuhai con, you have already +1 Han and a bunch of Fu. So looking for any Ricci is going to be good here.
Well, you say +1 Han. You mean +2 Han. That's the north seat.
Yeah, so you have your Yakuhai, and then the Fu is going to give you the equivalent of another one.
Right, the equivalent of a third Han. So in expedition, you can even call it down. You don't even need much help, although Sanjaku would count. You also have a Dora there with the 5, so this is already Mongon level.
Yeah, I'll take a Sanjaku. Michael 6-0 helps. Can afford to cut the 1 Mon pair. Does so.
Another 7. Dealer now Ishanten.
Still looking for the 7-so, and then any Tanyao call would be helpful. So 7-so, 5-so, 3 Mon, all good tiles.
Well, if you're dealer and you get the 7, you take.
There's Dora.
Oh, well, okay, one of the Dora, you mean. That's 5 Dora for dealer.
Oh boy.
Waiting on the 7-so. Ishanten on the left.
2 copies of the 7-so in the wall. Are we going to see another 18,000 points?
Thinking about the call on the left, I don't like this call. I don't think it advances the hand at all, and it does lose you a lot of value potentially.
Yeah, we can't get Sanjoku anymore.
It is slightly wider exception, but if you pair the force up, are you ever cutting the Dora? I don't think so.
Considering calling the Dora there. I think it's good to just take your draw at this point, though.
Amon is not a safe tile on this board, but gets shoved anyway.
It's actually tricky to play with this dealer threat. This could be called for Tenpai. 7-pin, not exactly
safe. It is Tenpai. There are a bunch of 5s out. I don't feel that bad shoving it. There's a 4 pair up.
This should be Tenpai.
That is Tenpai. It absolutely is, with that 5-8-so weight. But those are very eaten up at this point.
Liz really needs to draw 4-pin or 6-pin, otherwise
1-8-so left.
One of these is going to deal in.
Well, that's a safe tile anyway. You don't have to worry too much about that one. Seven pin could cut the 4 here. No, folding out seems reasonable. I mean, you're dealer, you have to just shove it. If you deal it, you deal it. Oh, there's a 7 on the suit with a Haite. Haite, Tanya, Dora 1, and out of nowhere, Michael says, I'll get some value out of this.
Well, that's one of the ways to do it.
Pulls it in on the turn that has the most value. Joe's going to be dealer here in East 2.
Draws a 2-month Dora. Looks like a type of Tanyao hand.
Do you have the Tanya hand on the right? Chun calling go. Not too much value across the way. Medium speed Pinfu, maybe a 6-8 Sanshigu. And on the left, it looks good until you realize that Sozu shape is a fancy 1-3-5-7-9.
Yeah, that extra 3, they're not doing a lot of work.
I have said many times, there is a cheat code to find out whether your hand is bad. Count the number of even tiles, and if it's 1 or less, your hand is bad. That hand has 1, the 6-mon.
I almost want to get rid of it just to go for all odds. Oh wait, that's not a Yaku?
Not in Ricci anyway. I'm sure you could find an American rule for that. Dora pops out. South's a blank. 3 pair up. Could move the hand a little forward. I like 6 pin here. Goes with a 5-7, looking the wider shapes, but it does kill off one of your blocks. There is the tune that needs to be called. Fairly wide Ishanta now.
Yeah, one of the benefits of cutting the Mon shape immediately is it leaves the Toy shift open. It also does mean that you're not going to use any Mon tiles for the rest of the hand, so that is one of the weaknesses.
2 is not Tenpai. Could still cut the 6, but you do have to worry about the potential Furiton with the 1. There's our Tenpai on the left for Tanyo only on the 6, so, well, good luck with that.
Yeah, I think we're going to need to see a weight shift, otherwise I don't think the hand's going to win. Oh, but that probably not going to shift. That's Sanshoku.
Yeah, so that's just not coming out. Ooh, Ishunton upgrade for Joe.
5-pin 7 Mon. 5-pin most natural here. Dora.
That actually moves out away from Tenpai. Very inefficient cut. Oh, we have a Toy shift now for Michael. And there's the upgrade on the left. No, doesn't even want it. It says, it is Sanchoku. I don't care.
Oh, and Joe misses the 3 Mon.
Tenpai for possible Sadanko Toy Tune. 3 pins, 6 pin. 6 is dead. 2 3s are both live.
Sumo is Sadanko.
Should be taken. It is now 4 so 7 so. 4 is dead. There is 1 7.
One draw.
Isn't it pretty when every tile in your hand is a different color? Oh, there's the 3. Deals in. It is Chun Toy. 5,200. We move to East 3. And that hand is bad. It has a couple of runs, including one with Dora, but not ideal given all those honors to get rid of. You have 5 and then the 2 9s. Still, I've seen worse hands. On the right, Pinfu hand, very slow. Across the way, Pinfu hand, reasonably fast. Possible 1, 2, 3 Sanchoku as well. And on the left, West pair, but that's not the West seat, so it doesn't do a whole lot. It's eventually likely to be a Pinfu hand, maybe a Chitoitsu, but it's everything takes a while. And even cutting Tuso there is very inefficient. Super greedy play, I think, towards that 79 Sanshoku. And nope, just cuts the 9. Says, I don't want to think too hard about this. And the problem with that block is you need a 5, and then a 5, and then another 5, and then a 5 in the offsuit, which also happens to be Dora.
Yeah, at least the hand has somewhat of a plan. For the dealer, you're still looking for shapes. Well, we've got shapes now. They're all bad, but they're shapes.
You have your blocks. The problem's the 9 pins the pair. You just want to go Tanyao. When you have bad shapes like this, but obvious blocks, you generally want to be able to call, but that hand is just stuck.
3 so pair helps, though. If you draw one more so tile, then you can cut the 9-pin pair and start calling.
Best hand probably across the way at this point. Oh, I don't like that 7-mon cut. I would move towards Chitoitsu, and I hate Chitoitsu, but I would definitely cut the Haku here.
White Dragon not doing a lot here. I mean, you expect that the last copy's in the wall.
Well, it's a safe tile, so that is the thinking here. But you already have the West as your safe tiles. Right. You don't really need it. Okay, that's one of the 5s.
Yeah, and there goes the Haku. Alright, dealer's hand coming together now. Kanchan shapes have turned into Liamen shapes. Still, 3, 3, 5, so is the worst shape in the hand. But it's manageable.
Or the best shape. You draw a 6, you just cut the... Ooh, well...
Right into Ishantam.
Ishunten. I don't like the 5 so cut. I definitely go with the 2 here. You're never going Itsu with this hand, so having the 2 doesn't do anything. Ugh.
Well, that's 2 copies of the
That's
Dora.
the problem, is you kind of have to go with the 2 here. May end
You know,
up shumpolling on the 9. I think it might, especially though this table's been playing. I don't mind a shumpon.
yeah, especially on the 9. And in the case that, we draw a Yaman.
Tenpai on the left that is no Yaku.
Yeah.
Only waiting on the last West now. Try to see whether the 3 will be called.
There are a ton of pin draws that will give a better weight, though.
I mean, you say that, but you have to draw one first.
But yeah, if dealer draws like 3/6 mon, it's totally fine to sacrifice a Dora to declare a reach. It's still very strong.
Yeah, not really a reason to call, because you're already in the situation where you have a potential Yaku. There's an upgrade on the right. Now Ishunten doesn't take it, though. Sees Tanyao. I think this late you just need to play more directly. 5 is a miss. By the way, we did have a break there by Joe.
Holding on to that lower pin tile, maybe hoping to pair it up.
I wonder if this is one of the things about B3 is they just don't chase Tenpai that much. We saw them do it in the first game, where all 4 did eventually get down for K10. Maybe they just do it later than other divisions.
Mm.
Because there have been multiple times where, like, I'd probably call, and it's like 7 or 8 discards to go.
Well,
Whereas
Joe's
here we're
gotten
going to see the
that.
call down.
The
No
hand on the
Yaku.
right's gotten there.
Yes, it is. Try to decide whether to Ricci.
The weight's
Yeah, I think
terrible.
Gamma makes sense. It's a really bad weight. Oh, there's the 8. That deals in, but it's no Yaku. Tenpai for dealer.
Eat. Oh,
Can Ricci will throw the Dora.
Brave Dora cut. I guess it was safe against the open hand, so maybe it's totally fine.
Forso's reasonably safe here. I see a bunch of 5s. Is that Tenpai as well?
There
It
it is.
is. One
One
draw
child.
left.
Wouldn't
And
been
it
safe.
sees all the 3s. And we have, again, everyone does get a Tenpai in the end.
All right, we figured the meta out. It's late Tenpai draws. Also,
Players
2
taking
players.
advantage of all of that
New rule.
new rule in WRC where you can Ricci with less than 4 draws left. Saw
2 of
2 of
them.
them in there trying to put the squeeze on Joe, who didn't crack as he saw all the 3s. Regardless, though, Michael is dealer here. Pinfu hand, of course, 2,300 in the middle. On the right, Pinfu hand, maybe a 6, 7, 8, or 7, 9. Sanjiku across the way, Tanyao. And on the left, probably Tanyao, although there are a few options.
Yeah, 1 copy of the Tusodora there. Definitely feels like it wants to move the Tanyao. And with the 2 triplets, once again, to start us off and a pair, you definitely, again, think vertical. You can find some pairs.
7 could be called here.
6, 7, 8.
Yeah, I like the call.
There's 2 sticks.
I hate the 6-pin cut. You
Yeah, I guess
lose so much efficiency cutting that 6. The 9 is worthless here.
Yeah, technically you have enough blocks to make your hand, but it's so easy to get a
Upgrade.
better block. I think the thinking here is maybe I never want to drop the Dora, and so if the 2/4 is a block and the 4/5 is a block, and the the 3/4 Mon is a block, then there really doesn't need to be another.
You know what's worth more than a Dora? 2 Ricci sticks.
Yeah, speed is at a premium here.
Okay, Isha may still have to cut the door anyway. Ishuntan on the left, possible Sananko. If you get the Sananko, do you even... Dama.
Yeah, that 1 Mon was the last copy of the one.
Sananko Dora, yeah. Ooh, 2. I'd call that. I like that call. now you're not forced to take it, but you can chi the 3 and get the good weight. Hatsu has been pulled. Ishunten on the right. 8 pin. Definitely shouldn't be caughting that. 9 goes back. 4 is worthless. Will be held back. 7 so. Nope. Pay. Nope. 6 pin. Yeah, I like the 1-3 here.
Now,
Is that
Joe has already.
Tenpai? That's a super wide Tenpai. 3-6-7 should be a Riichi.
Oh, this is gorgeous.
6. It's not a great tile, but there's no info against that pod. Absolutely nothing. Throws it back. Ishunten for the Sonanko. The upgrade there on the left would have to cut Dora. Interestingly, Dora is actually safe. Oh, what about just 4-6 here for Ishunten for Suanko?
So, boy, we're doing it. Joe
I
jams
don't like
the.
the 6. That should have been the 4 first because the 1 had just come out. May not have noticed it in time.
Yeah, your eyes light up when you see Suonk. You're like, I'm pushing both of these tiles anyway. You can't
Throw
stop
the
me.
safer one first.
Oh, Cheetoy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there is a 3, but it fits in the hand.
No con.
No, you do not got this.
I'm slightly disappointed.
Of course, Alex would root for the con. Welcome, Alex.
And I think we're running out of time here. That is Tenpai, though. Could just cut the 2. Cuts the 3. It is Suji. That makes sense to me. And this time we're going to have 2 players Tenpai. Joe had kind of folded out of that. Never got the perfect draw there. But as you heard, it sounds like my replacement is here. So I will hand you off to Alex.
Welcome, Alex.
Yes, and the 1 mountain is Dora for this hand.
Got a pair of those on the left for Joe. Now, Alex, we have seen
Yes.
some crazy stuff already today.
Okay.
And I know you are a big fan of crazy. We've had Kokshi Tenpai.
Mm-hmm.
We've had Riichi Ipatsumo Tanyao Chitoi.
Mm-hmm.
We've had immediately followed by Riichi Nomi with Urasan to get over 30k.
Mm-hmm.
This game is also cooking, as you saw with that last Suanko attempt, Ichanten. So I'm anticipating that your presence here is going to lead us to even stranger territories.
Yes. Demigorgons may not be ushered into that equation.
We do have the East Call for Catherine. Once again, aiming to collect the sticks. Very nice looking shapes as well. So definitely in the lead here. Tenpai 3-6, so the perfect draw. There are 3 tiles in the wall remaining for this weight.
It would be East only, though.
Yeah, East only, and 3 Richie sticks. At 2 Homba, plenty to collect. But Tenpai for Joe, he's not going to stop here. Now 4 sticks to collect. I don't think you can stop if you're Catherine here.
Yes, going with the Champagne weight on Dora and the bird.
One of each tile remains in the wall. 2 so, not a good tile to push, but we're Tenpai, we're jamming. So the presence of those sticks certainly changes the math on what types of tiles you're willing to push against this Riichi. It's actually hard to anticipate that Joe will be waiting in the Manzu.
Ooh. Now we've got half Suji going on. Now full Suji on the 1 on Dora.
Yeah, five months still pretty safe because that early 3. Three pin. Now that is a spooky tile. 2 pin was discarded right before the Riichi. Definitely feels like
It's reasonably safe. 3 out. Oh, there we go.
gets trapped by the Suji and the Dora 3. Not going to matter here. Joe picks up the Mungon and all the Rigi sticks and Homba as well. Big win for Joe into the lead.
Yeah. Now we got the 5, so that's our Dora. There's a couple of them out.
Yep, one on the right, one across. Dealer can use one in the hand. 3 pairs. 2 Yaman shapes. Could just turn into a Tanya in the extended future or draw more pairs. Alex, in this spot, do you play for pairs or do you cut one of the pairs as Luis has done?
Oh, I've fallen into the Edward camp of things. Sign me up.
Pairs fan?
Yeah, huge.
Cheatoy champ?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough decision for me. I might hedge both with something like the 8-mon cut, but once you draw the Anko, I'm ready to just declare a Ricci. And so is Luis as well. 2 away from Tenpai.
So many times I've drawn all 4 of the same tile, and I'm just like, yep, I discarded all of them. So I'm just like, I embrace it.
Ishanta now, 6 so quite natural.
Yeah, 3. The 3 pin is a good expectation here when you don't see any of them.
Yeah, we can see 3 copies being held, but certainly as the dealer, you don't have that vision. On the right, also went away from Tenpai with 2 copies of the Dora. There's the last 3 pin.
That's also Tenpai.
But Fudi 10, the 2 pin came out earlier, so not going to take this Ricci. Good eye.
I wonder if they're playing for Junchan pivot.
If the 2 pin came out, I would Chi and then cut the 4-mon and have a Fudi 10 Junchan Tenpai. Yeah, even here, just cutting the 4 immediately. I don't hate this. I mean, this is kind of cute. It's got its benefits. Could she here cut 3 pin?
Oof.
Let's go.
That could be debatable. Very
Yeah,
debatable.
I think it's
You're
pretty
not punning
close.
this. Yeah.
And once again, the benefit of the call is that it allows us to get rid of this Fudi 10 shape. Oh, this as well.
Ooh, okay. This is I'm going to will it. Any means necessary. How much you're going to will it against this?
Again, it's Tenpai. You might run out of time here. And the 3 is going to come out. Ipatsu, Ricci, Tanya, Ipatsu. Dora, it's the Mungon right now. As well, again, not going to matter. Joe taking advantage of aggressive play.
So we move on to Catherine's dealership in the South round now.
Currently in 3rd place, 27,900, so not that far off from base.
Kind of a Honitsu looking shape, though. Really call West super early.
It's a little hard for me to imagine Honitsu with the 4 so pair. I think I would just be patient and see my next few draws. It could turn into that in the future, but I'm not willing to commit to it just yet.
Keeping the 9 here, maybe pivoting towards potential Cheetoy, but we gotta get some draws.
All right, Alex. Looking around the board, do you see what I see?
Oh yeah, we have a Kokushi attempt.
Yeah, Joe's doing it again. He got Tenpai for it on his last draw. Could not see the 1 so come out. Oh my goodness, he's actually doing it. Ishantam.
Oh man, looking for white.
Ooh,
Looking
for copy. Oh, it's Tenpai.
There it is.
The White Dragon just came out. There's only 1 copy left.
Oh my god.
You could theoretically Ricci this because people will think you're doing Cheetoy. Who would Ricci the last Haku? Joe's gonna sit patiently. The Ricci button pops up every single time.
I would turn calls off, Joe, if you're listening. You shouldn't be.
It is funny, we do have some of the players in this game watching right now. Only they know what has happened 5 minutes in the past. No spoilers. Is that
Oh, this is
Shantan?
Tenpai, maybe? Oh,
Yeah,
no.
what away. Sticks with Yaman Yaman. 4-pin is also a really natural play there, aiming to pick up a pair. But likes this idea because you get to call more easily. And Tenpai picked the right way to do it. Slams a Ricci even.
Oh, gosh.
And now Joe's under pressure. What's the safe tile here? One so. Goes through. 4 tiles on the wall for the weight. It's a big hand. Ricci, Tanyao, Pinhu, Dora, Dora. Sumo would be Haneman. 1 pin goes through. Still 1 Haku left in the wall versus 4 copies of the 4 or 7 Mon. 9 Mon, safer than the 9 pin. Oh, the 4!
And, oof.
We'll need an Ura. Hits Ura too. Each Pinhu Ipe ko Tanyao. Dora, Dora, Ura, Ura. The Baimon. And we have a new leader. The Kokushi Tenpai did not get there.
Okay.
And just like that, Luis will be our leader. Moving into South 2. Joe, dealer, wants to pull it back.
Okay.
Callable hand. South pair up.
Mm.
South triplet.
Wow.
Could even stay closed here. Dora.
Boom.
And Michael says, give me some of that.
Yeah, let me get out of here. But that 4 pin, great draw for Joe. 2 away from Tenpai. Across the way, pretty standard looking, maybe Tanyao. 1 pin, kind of natural there. 1 Mon to follow. You have a really clean path. Maybe Pinchu as well. 1 Dora in hand. Oh, especially after
Hey,
this.
look, there was the white dragon.
Late. You are late. On the left, the penchon shapes, the 1-2 pin and the 1-2 silk, make this hand a little bit slow.
Oh, Joe flipping over Dora. Oh, boy.
All right, this is the Joe Classic. Remember this, folks. Cons only benefit Joe. That is the lesson I learned in A1. If Joe is sitting at your table, don't con. You won't flip any Dora for yourself. You will flip some for Joe. At least it won't hurt him.
Yeah, this doesn't really hurt Joe because there's still billion Dora to be drawn.
Yeah, I'm kind of invested in the hand across the table. Is it Tanyao? Is it Pinshu? It paired up the Dora, and the 6-0 came out. So probably a Tanyao at this point. Maybe pairs. There it is. There's the Dora draw for Joe. 3 pin, 6 pin is natural. Goes with the 4. Is he planning to Dora Tonki?
No.
Or sacrifice the 5-so?
It's going to be 3-6 pin weight at the end of the day, probably.
Yeah, if you had cut the 3 or 6 pin there, then no matter which way you... I shouldn't say no matter. Most possibilities allow you to use all the Dora. The only ones that don't are the pair-ups of the 4-so or the 5 Mon.
We have 5-so, 8-so weight, and that's going to be a quick 1,000 points.
All right, so no threat there. Wow, this battle for first still very, very close. Michael will have his chance to respond as the dealer now.
We went from 1-5 to another 5 being Dora.
Oh, wow, first cut Dora says, I don't need that. I'm doing a Kokushi of my own.
Another attempt?
I'm telling you, it's always the South player. Every single Kokushi attempt has been the South, and look at that, a 1-1 draw.
Okay. Needs to find one of dots, and you have all your number tiles.
Red, white, north are the remaining tiles. Maybe Maybe dealer should have gone for Kokushi. Look at these discards.
Yeah, there's 2 east, 2 souths. There's another green.
Across the way, maybe the hand that is most likely to win if you play it towards a Tanyao. And or 1 on the left. Actually, that's pretty close as well.
Is dealer going for a Chinitsu?
It looks like it.
Play.
That 5-pin might put a stop to the Chinitsu ideas, though. That is a Dora connector. Oh,
There's the 1 pin. Oh boy. Needs a north or red.
Those tiles live. Red. Well,
there's red.
Discarded now. North.
There's the 3rd red.
Wow. Just dodging.
We are committed to this bit.
The North is still pretty live. The dealer who's discarded so many wins has not found the North yet. Will we chi for Tenpai? Says no.
This might turn into Itsu. They're thinking about it.
That's a little tough, but you're right, making the Itsu play. And Joe says, you know what? Saranko.
Yeah.
9-pin, 8-pin. Who needs those? By the way, switch across the table to door 2. Joe moves a step closer to Tenpai. Oh, the last tune!
And Kokushi's dead.
That, oh my goodness, that 9 So Chi, or 9 Mon Chi, if that hadn't happened, we would have seen Luis draw the tune, and then immediately Catherine would have drawn the pay and dealt into Kokushi.
Oh my gosh.
Michael prevented the Yakuman, which is
nobody's Tenpai. Let's move on. And now Haku.
Go to another Dragon Dora. The battle for first still rages on. 400 points.
If we weren't paranoid about honor tiles yet, we're more paranoid.
All right, Joe, is it Daisangan? No. He says, I'm not going to go for another Yakuman. I've only been Tenpai or Ishanten for 2 so far in this. 1 per game, 1 per game.
Boy, that looks like Chinitsu in the dot suit if I ever saw one on the right. Or maybe, I don't know, call me crazy, another Suanko chance?
Crazy. I'll believe it, though, when I see 2 more triplets. I wonder if it's a flush on the left.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a flush on the left going on. There's definitely some shenanigans in this all last.
Ishanten on the right, looking for a big Richi, move over 30k.
Call. Throws a 6 first.
1 away. Still probably some time to get rid of this 3 so, but not necessarily a reason to risk it. There's the Tenpai.
There's the reach.
Not the best weight. 7-pin, 2-pin Shabo. Oh, the 7 so would deal in, but looks a little dangerous against the Richi. Joe's not going to stop. He wants to get first place.
That could be called. It would be interesting.
Switch to Shabo.
Oh yeah.
Chi for Tenpai. 6 is going to come out. We have 3 so 5-pin versus 4 so 9 so versus 2-pin 7-pin. Shabo waits all around. There's the 3. Can switch to 5. Oh, it's the 3 go. Not expecting the Shabo here to be the winner, but Joe pulls it off. He grabs the first place by a mere 1,900 points.
Yeah,
Plus
1900.
Plus 21.4 is an excellent second. That's as big as a lot of first places. And Catherine with the third, minus 9.1. Michael with the fourth. We carry on. This table has played 2 games. And Joe's moving up into position to promote. I think this will put him just outside of that range, but in 7th place when those standings update. And Lewis is going to move even further ahead. See those updates come through.
Oh my. We are off and running with this season.
All right. Well, we do have a number of other games being played around the league. Of course, B3-3 we were just watching, but B3-5 is carrying on. D2 with Darren, Kyle, Andrew, and Xavier is happening. Should still be in progress. Either of those we can swap to for our next table.
Yeah, let's spread some love around.
Just spread the love. By the way, let's shout out our broadcaster for today. It's somebody new. We have Garrick actually running the stream for us. So thank you very much, giving me a break. And we're straight into this C2 matchup. I see the 7-Don 2080. That would be Darren. And that's giving me a clue as to which table we're watching. So Darren is Saki. Our KJ7QLV is Kyle. Soul, when our dealer, Andrew. And Obamna is Xavier. Looks like we've got another really interesting battle for first place. 2 players over 40,000 points. But dealer trying to make something big happen here with the flush. I'm going to say it, in the Dora suit.
That's a really nice draw for Xavier.
Xavier, that 3-pin filling the penchant shape, super huge there. Went away from Tenpai. Doesn't necessarily want to take a Ricci if Tenpai is found immediately. Would like to improve the shape a little bit.
Andrew trying to make this honey to work.
Yeah, I was gonna say a 9-pin already discarded, so it's a little bit harder to build on the right. Maybe thought about 7-pin for the double acceptance. A 3-6-pin to avoid being on a shampoo, but instead opts for a slightly wider.
Fills in a penchant there. Interesting decision.
Which honor tile to cut? Maybe even the 9-mon.
Each.
Wow,
There's
just
a reach.
fill the triplet first.
Champon. 4-pin 5-mon.
And maybe liking the idea of this Suji trapped 5-mon.
And that's Tenpai on the 9.
Choosing Hellweight 9 here.
That's a Dora.
3 pins, safe enough. At this score position, I think it's fine to continue pushing. 6, so not super safe, but your Tenpai for Honitsu.
Yeah, we just want the points. We need the dealership too as well.
Can switch here.
Better wait. Does not find it. But we keep our dealership and we get another hand. Wow, okay. Sure.
This is actually a little bit tough because we have two central pairs. Those are not exactly the final weights that we're looking for. And then the Dora Penchan. I wouldn't be surprised if we cut a middle 6. Oh wow, it was 1, 2, 3 Sanchoku. That was the solution.
No, it's Doko. Doko.
You know what? That is another acceptable solution. We
Okay,
see.
well, we'll just turn one of our middle pairs into a Rionman. That works.
Yeah, if you're trying to greet the door there a little bit, it's acceptable to just cut the 6 pin there and say that's a Yamen shape, 6-7 pin, and keep 6 blocks. If you get lucky and draw the 3 mon, then you get to use your Dora.
Oh, bingo. There we go.
All right. Ishantam. Went away from Tenpai. Across the way, Darren has been angling towards this Sanshoku Ipeiko Junchan. Would be a beautiful hand if you could get there. Tough to get there though.
Yes. Hmm.
He shut down on the right and still searching on the left. By the way, the hand on the right, 2 copies of the Dora.
I think we would have been Tenpai for 1, 2, 3 with the 3 pin there. That was our aim, but
Yeah, I think we probably.
Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah, the 2 pin, 1 pin was not really a predictable thing. By the way, we did have an open across the way, so Shanten for Junchan Sanshoku.
Move. Oh,
Tenpai.
there it is.
Went down the wall.
Junchan's Sanshoku. Wow.
Actually, sometimes the 7 so can come out on the right if 5 so is drawn. So not the case though. Could see. Oh, just lets it go. I was thinking we might see 3 mon, but the Dora.
Yeah.
Oh, no pawn. I realize there's no Yaku there, but we're getting into territory where you really just want to get to be Tenpai. Now with 10 draws remaining, we might see it. No, lets it go.
Oh.
I really want to win this hand with the 2. I'm not going to do that if I'm open, but I guess there's always Hote.
I mean, there's only so many more draws.
Yeah, I'm really desperate to call something, even this 4 so, if it were to come out. I don't think calls
turns
are
the
off.
calls off.
Each.
That's Ishan. No, that's Tenpai.
Now slamming the Ricci without a draw. We'll get one though now that there's been a Chi. Piping that is the dealer's weight. There's so little information there. 5 mon came out as the Ricci declaration tile tries the 7. That goes through. And 3 players Tenpai.
And most importantly, another dealer hand. And 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs with Dora potentially locked and loaded.
We talked about this a little bit in the last series, but that's a great example of why it's so important to call for a Tenpai. If you're the only one that didn't get there, you're paying out 3,000. That's just like dealing into a 3
hand.
Each.
Yeah.
Wow, but this is pretty good too. Just get Tenpai on turn 2 and slam a Ricci. Actually choosing the Sun Uncle weight.
Home.
I like this. It's aggressive. Makes you think twice. Oof.
Dealer not thinking twice about dropping the Dora. Just yeets that out there with toy ideas.
Dora theory. It can't deal in. Not now.
Well, it's certainly not this one. This is technically Tenpai, but no Yaku here. I guess Rinchon is technically alive.
Home.
So Pon definitely moving for the toy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, how live is this Ricci? See Darren holding 2 tiles. Again, that's 6 lighting up, but no Yaku and Fury 10 dealer.
Yes. Yeah. Do not believe what your eyes are seeing on the screen.
Home.
There we are.
We're going to the Tonki.
Yes.
5-mon Tonki. Trying to, perhaps
Gee.
because the 5 is Nakasuchi to the Ricci, trying to wait on it, but plays the risky.
I would switch this to.
Oh, the 5! Somehow the dealer pushed everything and got there. An act of desperation, perhaps, but it pans out. Andrew, back in this game, just behind Kyle now for 3rd place.
We still have 3 pairs here, and we could honestly have a quick expectation of trying to get this hand done and dusted with the white.
Home.
Yeah, White Dragon. And really, any call.
That's our route to victory.
Home.
Yep, call that. 2 is perfectly acceptable here.
Very fine. Because Green Dragon, also acceptable.
Thinking about tile acceptance.
Yep, holding the 2-mon does give you a slightly better 3-mon draw. But if you can swap that out for another central floater, that would be great. Something like a 3-pin, or, well, 4-pin, let's say.
Chi.
Are we going down to a Tonki again?
We just saw South come out. He's like, yep, don't need to hang on to this anymore.
If we do wait on a Tonki, I do kind of like South Tonki as an idea, so I might go 2-mon there. I do want to keep the 5-mon because it allows us to use the Dora 6.
Reach.
But there's the reach. That might throw a wrench in the plans. And it's 1-8 in the wall. That's it.
Oh, but he finds
Manages
it!
to draw it.
What? The commentator blessing, only 1 tile. Just get it on Ipatsu no Ura, but the Mangan. And with the Homba and the Richi stick back, that's going to put Kyle back over 30k. And a chance at 1st place here. Going to the instant replay.
Sumo.
Instant replay of that 8-mon. Reach, Ipatsu, Sumo, Pinhu, Dora. 第4用者. And here we are in South for Xavier. Chance to get the 1st place. Darren hanging on. Wants any hand to end the game. The way. Mangan Sumo, not quite enough. Kyle to get into 1st place. Hanuman would certainly do it. 1 door in that hand. 8-mon the Dora. Richi, Pinhu, Ipeko Dora. Sumo Ura. That's the Hanuman for Kyle if he gets the 6-pin. And an Ura.
And that's a nice tile to squeeze in there.
Dealer already open. 2nd door copy on the right, but doesn't really need it.
I mean,
so.
it could fix.
As close to perfect Ishan 10 as you can get with these shapes. If you drew 8 so, kind of interesting question of, do you take the Liam and wait, or do you greed the Dora Shampoo? The only reason I would greed the Dora Shampoo is because the 1-mon looks kind of good here, especially if you cut the 4-mon and have the Suju Trap set.
Reach.
There's a reach.
Andrew trying to drag another player below 30,000 points. Richie, Hanyao.
On this 7-pin, one left.
But Suji.
Yes.
Nice.
Full Suji is out.
We've seen players very aggressive here. By the way, the
Kang.
Khan
Khan.
for fun. And Prophet, I guess, draws an 8-mon Dora. Bar says that this is a B3 game, but
There's a
it's actually
Tenpai for 6-pin, so now 6-pin and 7-pin are deadly.
Home.
kind of tempted to Richie this because Sumo still gives. Oh, but how about this one?
Oh, I mean, if you switch it, you're dealing in.
No, not if you switch with a 5. So look at wait. By the way, since there's a Richie stick out, I believe a Mangan Sumo will tie now. So Sumo Ipego Dora is not quite enough.
So 6, 7, and 8 pins are now deadly.
Oh, there's the 8. Here says, thank you very much. Direct hit off the leader as well, collecting the Richie stick. And this means our battle now. 2,600 points to first place now for the dealer.
And that's not a half decent hand. Try and convert. With the 4 or so now, Dora.
Dora on the left, 3 pairs as well. On the right, Tanyao. Across the table, west pair is the seat wind.
Now that hand on the right shifted to Pinfu.
After the 1-pin draw, yeah, looking like a Richie at this point. 7-mon draw would give the Pinfu. Still a matter of drawing some
There's a
forces.
pairing of the South. Okay.
So technically Ishanten, but I think dealer really just wants to call the South. It did just come out once, so only one more copy available.
Says no to Dora. But we
I'm
are
half tempted to
Ishanten.
see that.
We are Ishan for Ipeko. Ipeko Haku.
Richie Ipeko Haku?
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely worth it.
There's a Tenpai on the right for 3-mon, 5 so.
And naturally, no Richie taken here. We want to improve this before we get there, and that is what we're looking for. Even holding this Dama just because it has a Yaku and can
Now it's going to be
silently
Richie Pinfu Ipeko, sorry.
on the 2-mon, just Pinfu on the 5-mon. If, you know, there is an argument, a small argument, to just
Slamming it 4 to 7 so. 7 so. 1 tile on the wall.
Because we've seen this table, it does not really fold that much. You could argue to slam and just maximize the value you're winning. Oh, Khan!
Oh,
Yes,
not
indeed.
quite. But that does activate another Dora. So
7-so versus 2-5 Mon versus Haku, White Dragon.
that's going to roll.
2 Mon, that PvP Pekka will shut it down there and pulling in the victory. Dealer made it close, though, at the very end there. Xavier getting that Ricci off.
Yeah, so Xavier getting it plus 28.4. And no, sorry. Darren with the 28.4, and then Xavier with the 10.2, Kyle with the 1.1, and Andrew bringing up the rear. But hey, it's still early on in the season.
Yeah, and this is one of the examples of the floating Uma. If you're the only player above 30,000 points, you earn 5 bonus points. If you're the only player below 30,000 points, you lose 5 bonus points. So Andrew did a good job of trying to drag Kyle down below 30,000 with him. Did not get the win, though, on that Tenpai in the previous round. And so the scores stand as they are now. Kyle with a 1.1 will stay above in the promotion zone. Darren moves into the positives after that victory. Xavier climbs up towards the positives as well. Still a lot of games to be played in the C2 division. I really appreciate the score carry, though, in 9th place. 43.8 with 0 firsts, 0 thirds, 0 fourths, 4 seconds. 4 games played, all second. And you know, if you get nothing but seconds the entire season, you're going to promote.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, let's stay right here and get our. Assuming we have time, get our final game of the night in.
Yes. I can't wait to see what this will have in store. They're going right at it. 9-so. Terminal tile. Dora.
Terminal tile. So when I see a terminal tile as the Dora, what open hands scare me? Because usually in Akanashi, if you open your hand for like a Tanya and there's a terminal tile.
Chanta, most likely. Chanta, Junchan, Honitsu, trying to edge those tiles.
Yeah, so Yakuhai calls scare me, and then something like a 1-2-3 chi or like a 9 pon. It's like, okay, what's going on there? You probably have Dora in your hand if you're going this crazy. There's a Yakuhai
There's
call.
the East call.
But we saw the door come out already, so that hand no longer scares me. If it's not a flush, it probably has no value. So I'm content to kind of ignore it, actually. Now, of course, if you're playing a ladder match and there's red 5s, then that hand can have some value to back it up. In this league, probably not. Now, we can see that there's actually maybe a potential Sanchoku 4-5-6 that can come through. But
Wait
even
until
then,
you hit.
points.
Wait until you hit with the surprise con.
Yeah, now that is the one way that my theory can be broken. Ishanten across the way, 1 away from Tenpai.
Mm-hmm.
For 1-4-so and 4-7 Mon.
Interesting.
Looks like it's just going to be a Ricci only for Xavier on the left.
Still Ishanten, but a little bit cleaner.
Maybe you can draw towards Itsu.
Each.
Nope, just because Tenpai just slams that. Actually, because the 1 Mon is dead, I prefer not taking this Ricci and looking for a pin tile to improve my weight. We are going to see the immediate chase.
Yeah, 4-7 for the Ricci Tanyo Pinfu. And Ura.
Kind of heads up there, actually, from Kyle. A lot of times when you have that 5-5-5 8 shape, you've got to cut the 5 or the 8. You'll cut the 8 because it's closer to the edge of the board. But in this situation, when the 2 pin has been discarded already by the player you're chasing, and you have that uncle with the 5s, it's actually better to cut the 5 there. So that's a pretty detailed play
we
by
have
Kyle.
aggressive Honitsu search.
Love it. Seems like a great spot for it with this collection of tiles. No value pair just yet.
We don't need a value pair. We can make use of these off wins.
Power of Honitsu. Also could make 1, 2, 3 and get Itsu as well, the full straight, 1 through 9.
Mm-hmm.
Across the way, 1 away from Tenpai, big opportunity for Dora 2. Of course, you're happy enough to call the West for Yakuhai Dora 2, but if you get to Ricci, get the Mongon out of this, it would be fantastic.
Yes.
Kind of the positive here is that Andrew is holding on to these win ties. So you're not seeing the West come out immediately, giving you more time to Ricci or see it.
Are we going to throw that and throw the West or East?
Do the West before these, maybe North first.
Okay.
So, oh man, almost getting that Tenpai. Oh, and the West gets paired. Suddenly, the dreams of Xavier dashed. Now he's going to need the Dora.
Yeah, already 1 discarded, so he's going to need to find the last one.
5. Essential Mon tile means you can cheat a couple times. 9 is pretty natural.
Yeah, this is... Yeah. Yeah, because it allows you to either wait on the 2 or the West. Or both. Ooh. Oh. Oh, you can do something sneaky there.
I know exactly what you're thinking. Call the 5, wait on the 5.
It's like...
It's not
5,
good, but it's very
5,
fun.
What? 5? What 5? There's no 5 here.
Play Space Nobicon, con the 5's Mon, and then Chon-con your own tile.
There's the other side. There's the Dora.
It's actually not a terrible play to pull net, cut the 5, so wait, I'll get on the West. But unfortunately, that would never win. As this will also never win.
We just want to get Tenpai. We need some sort of momentum, saying we're not crazy. And there is the reach on the 3 pin.
Actually, a legitimate chance to win, even though there's only 1 3.
That would be dealer's winning tile, but hangs onto it.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see the 3 Mon come out so easily. 6 Mon instead would be the play.
And there's a call making the Shabo wait.
Also switch to Shabo here. It's just your choice. Is 2 Mon or 4 Mon safer? Tries the 2, goes through. 4 Mon also reasonably safe in that situation. 3 players Tenpai.
And wow, okay, just 1, 2, 3 Shanshoku, easy.
Hey, that's
we don't need these. We don't need these honor tiles. Although
it's actually a situation like this. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 sequences. I don't mind cutting the dragons here instead of the West, just because if I pair up a dragon, that's going to be my pair for Sancho.
Shenanigans are happening. Shenanigans are happening. Yes.
We'll see just how committed we are to these. Just be a Chanta.
Well, I'm just gonna point out shenanigans before they manifest.
As you are right to do. We have 8 unique tiles in a pair, I believe.
Although those shenanigans could be cold before all said and done.
Yeah, that south pair. I think it's time to start playing the normal hand.
Okay. Well, it still could be Big Chanta.
Big Chanta totally viable here. 7-pin a big draw for Kyle.
So the difference between Big Chanta and regular Chanta is we keep it hitting Big Chanta.
I feel like in this situation, if you see a 7-pin come out, you're probably going to have to call it. The Dora indicator is always such a tough tile to get. But if you never see it, then you never can call it. Only one of those.
Beach.
There's the Ricci.
Uh-oh.
That is 4-7.
Pong.
Yeah, we have
Keeps on
another
to
player
4
fighting.
to avoid the Ipatsu, but breaks the Ipatsu with the call there.
It's time for Big Chanta to start folding, I think. 1 mon is not a bad start. But we're definitely outmatched at this point. Not only because of the strong Ricci, but we have another player that's actively fighting against it. Tries the 4, though.
That's going to be the Taka Man.
Yeah,
With the Tanya included.
Dora. And with that, we will move into East 3. Kyle on an absolute tear in this division.
Yes. Finds an 8 and says, yeah, I'll take another. Although, oh, yep, that's the 8 I was looking for.
That would be the door up. And of course, once again, we're going to see the situation where a 7 is the indicator. 3 slightly better. 7's slightly worse as a door.
North call, just trying to get this hand over. Oh yeah.
We've seen Andrew make toy plays from pairs. Could also try to force.
Oh, okay. All right, that's a little nutty for Tiny O hand.
That door 2 solves so many problems. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Ishan 10 for Ricci Tiny Dora 2. Potentially Dora 3.
We'll see the chi, so no toy here. It's actually really common in that spot to cut 8 mon. Keep the 2-sided shape. Leave your pawn, your 9 mon pawn open because you can.
And there it is. There's the Tenpai for potentially Tiny Dora 3. Oh, Khan. Getting spicy up in here. That's Tenpai.
Oh, this 1 or a 4 could easily come out. Place the 5 so first.
Ooh. Kind of an awkward decision. Oh, there's Sumo. Never mind.
Dora.
Just dealer Mongun, thanks.
Kyle absolutely dominant here. We might not have a game after if we just stay in this dealership forever. South Dora pair acquired already.
Ooh. I'm actually kind of shocked that was not pulled away. But okay. Never. Oh. Alrighty then.
Well, straight
we are making a feast of this dealership.
Maybe debating the 9 so cut here.
Eh, not when 7-so is so free to draw.
Yeah, imagine in 7-so draw we're not declaring a reaching. Part of the question is, if we complete the 8-8-9 shape in some way, we're going to be on a Tonki. And so these dragon tiles are usually better Tonki tiles. But it's okay to just drop them now, since we're not at the Tenpai yet.
It's so wide, but oh my goodness.
Was Tenpai on the right, didn't take it.
It's aggressive play from the table. We want to break this dealership here and now.
That can happen sometimes. One player keeps winning, and the whole table bands together and says, no, we're done. Looks like Xavier's actually going for Toy Toy.
Oh. Nope. Okay. It's identified there could be some danger.
Oh, and dodges it, draws the perfect 7-mon. We're going to see a Ricci,
It's
Dora
gonna
3.
Keep it in the hand. Oh boy. Oh boy. That could.
That's actually safe, but not going to risk it. And now all the players that are open are under a tremendous amount of pressure. They've all opened at least 2 times.
It's going to be settled by the wall. Oh.
Could play the 9 first. 7 pin. Acceptable here. Suchi to the 4 pin. And go through. And then the left could only win on the 6.
Like all these 9s? Where's the 6? I just need my 6.
2 held.
There's 3 held on the,
You're
on
right.
the right.
Well, that explains why we haven't seen it. 5s are all held. 3 of the 8s are held. So only one of those in the wall.
There's
Oh boy!
the other 6.
But Darren finds the 4, so now. Could even chi into Tenpai, but 6 pin not guaranteed safe. Actually, there's a Kabe, so I think you could argue for the jam there.
This game of hot potato.
Yeah, I mean, props to Darren for holding on to all of these deal-in tiles.
I've seen my entire hand light up as orange. Oh, Khan?
The other 9. And it's Hote!
Oh, Hote! You don't get away with that one.
That only became Hote because of the Khan. So not only did the Khan draw the last 9 out of the wall, but it also
was the last draw of that hand.
Yeah, because a tile needed to be added to the dead wall to make 14. So, an unfortunate sequence of events for Xavier, but he'll get the dealership here. And of course, that very same 9. Now the Dora.
It's like, maybe I should. That was a sign. Maybe I should just hold on to it. And our, previous dealer was Ishan. Yeah. No, Tushan 10. Now that's Ishan. Looking for a pair.
Reach.
But there's a reach.
Wow.
For 1-4. That's pretty early. Oh. It's like, surely not. Surely you're not looking for this one, right? It's still early enough.
Yeah, this is a pretty great weight for such an early Ricci. Not a ton of value here, but
Skips it and manages to draw it. Wow.
that's the way to do it.
Now what do you throw?
9 pin the safest tile, but not a real clear direction here.
4
But one's gonna come.
And there you go.
Yeah, that was just way too good.
Oh,
Oh, Ura-san! Well, oh, strike back.
The wall showing absolutely no mercy.
All right, 20,000 point gap to first. They're in with a second dealership.
1
Very curious to see how this hand's going to be played because we have the weak 8-9 Mon shape. Now we've completed the pin block though, so it's just going to be efficient play at this point. Maybe we could have fun hand.
Fun
hand with
hand.
repeating sequences. 4 of them. Do you see the call on the right though? Those game maybe 6-7-8 Sanchoku was the idea with the tune backup. If we don't get the Sanchoku, then we can just pull tune and still be able to win.
Yeah. We are definitely creating, a little bit of sus with the 4 and the 5. Discards like that. It's like, you don't need a 6. Who would need a 6?
Dealer Ishanten. Again, the 8-9 Mon Penchan. Would love to upgrade that before we get to Tenpai. But if we do get to Tenpai, probably just going to slam. Well, 1-7
Oh
is
yes,
coming.
we are shifting over. And that is Ishan for Itsu, looking for that eighth so to fill in.
Might get in trouble holding on to the 7 Mon. Generally from that shape, it's a little bit better. Play 2 pairs and does cut the 7 in time. So we will see dealer though draw the 3 Mon, shift out of that penchant shape exactly as hoped.
And do we accept another 2 into our lives? Yes, we do.
Sanoko Ishanten with door 3. Can't really call this hand if you're Kyle across the table, so just gotta draw it yourself. It's kind of funny that 6 Mon central tile is not usually what you're looking for. A good tile for you, but it actually looks really live here based off the cuts that others are making.
Yeah.
リーチ
And there's the reach. We're waiting on 4-7. Reachy Pinfu.
It took a sweet time to get there, but now we're here. 2 Mon, not super comfy. I see 2 4s and 2 5s.
Two 7s. Yeah, only 1 7 left in the wall.
Let's jam the 2 anyway. 4 pin is just slightly worse. But that 4 pin is Nakasu. You could just see a check.
ポン
Are calling that, and we gotta kick out the danger. No, we don't. We're not kicking out nothing. And there's the last 7. Managed to avoid everything. Now we have 3, 4, 6, 7.
1、
Everybody put their hands up and
Done.
down. Oof.
Call for Tenpai. That's going to deal at reach P. If you know, we died 2,900. Same right here. Oh, what?
Okay. Sure. We'll just be Ishanten.
Yeah, just a casual turn 1 Ishanten. Slightly better Ishanten now. Perfect Ishanten.
Okay. Sure.
If I had to go out on a limb, I would say we're staying here for another round. Even wider Ishanten. 1, 4, 7 mon. 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 1, 3, 4, 5, 10.
Okay. So shenanigans are happening across the way too. We're Ishanten Chitoi.
Dora 2.
リー
Oh,
チ
Tenpai for dealer. We're going to slam that. 3 side. All right, now I want to see
1,
Toyman
4,
get
7.
show us the fight. Tenpai!
Oh, oh
Here's the
gosh.
challenge. Is it going to wait on the 1 that just came out or the East? It's a little bit more dangerous. We'll wait on the East. Oh,
Okay,
danger
wow.
abounds. This is so tough for Xavier. What do you do? Play Tuso on the right. How about that East?
1、
Chi. Hatsu first. Sevenpin gets it through.
Has a suspension. Some shenanigans are going on, and you're right. Foul play is definitely at hand.
I just am happy to not be
1
the players at the table. We're going to see a chase reach.
つも
Oh, but the 1 month
Oh.
sumo.
1 month Sumo's going to cut all this down. Add Dora to boot underneath. 2,000 all, everybody.
Boy, Kyle had a very respectable chase there across the table. But 3 side away did beat out the Tonki. And Darren catching up now 42-2 compared to 48-2 is only 6 back.
Do we have to call Chitoi weight a Tonki?
Do you have another suggestion?
I don't know.
Dora 2. Very curious to see if this is going to turn into Tanya or Chitoi.
Or Toy Toy.
You know, that's something I don't consider
Pon.
enough. Pon, 9 pin, yeah, natural Tanya here.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's just go in with our inner demons and say this is Doko.
Is there a way?
No.
There is not a way, that's right. Alright, but we can still win on the 8th, so.
We can fake Doko. Oh yeah, this is totally fake Doko.
I mean, who knows? This might turn into Toy Toy accident.
I mean, if we're getting deprived of all of our Rionmen tiles, then yeah.
Well, that's a Diamond tile. Now 2, 5, 8 so, as well as pin 4 so. This Dora 3, though, is a big threat. And the person who's most incentivized to fight against it is actually kind of the player across who wants to preserve this lead. They need to draw 7. Oh, draws a 7 right on cue. Slamming the Ricci as well, waiting up again, puts a 2-5 on.
Oh, it just came out too, by the way. Oh boy.
I kind of personally like holding a Dama here to maximize my win rate. But it doesn't matter. They just draw it and deal in. Ricci, P, Hudora. Hudora?
No.
Not going to hit, but that's not the important thing. The important thing is that that dealer threatening to take over the lead is now put to the wayside. 15,000 points the gap, approximately.
Okay, yeah. Just door 2, just instantly. Okay.
Yeah, we're not done yet. Darren's not going to stop trying to catch up. And this hand looks tougher for Kyle to prevent. So we move Dealerships once again. Andrew will be the dealer. Step 2.
And boy, this is a tricky dealer hand to play.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to the other hand. It looked better. Toyman Xavier also has a reasonable so 2 hands that look relatively strong. Now Kyle does have the advantage of double south.
Take the double south, yes.
2 away from
Take
Tenpai. Actually, that hand has come together as a calling hand. Much better than I was expecting.
That's debatable. Whether pass on the 5, go for a quick tiny outdoor 2.
One of the problems with that Tanya is that the 6-0 is not guaranteed. Now, having seen the 6-0 now, definitely going to open up.
So thank you very much for that one.
A trigger call right there. Opens up the calling potential in the hand.
Takes the pawn. Are we going to go full Honitsu on this? Or are we just trying to take our green and run?
I'm not convinced. We saw the 5-pin discard here. I think we are forcing the flush with that.
This will tell us, yeah, no, we're not. We're not forcing this flush. Interesting decision here.
It's kind of deciding which is a safer tile, and also if he wants to call the 6-pin if it comes out.
Green, oof. It's kind of.
Oh, Tenpai, Shapo.
Ah, yes, the 3-2 Shavo.
It's one of those shapes that you're like, okay, this is technically Tenpai now, but this is not its final form. You're going to evolve this into something that looks a little bit better by drawing either 2-5 mon or 3-6 mon. And then cutting that 4 away.
And now we have Tenpai for a dealer on the 4-pin.
3 Kachi
One
here.
more.
To not call that 3 is very intentional. Either wants to stick to the 7-pin weight, or it doesn't risk drawing a 4 mon against one of these hands. Taking a 4 mon, there it is.
Oh, we have again Butsu tile. This is nope. Tiny outdoor 2.
The door pair surprise. Although, when you're facing up against a player that has a very high Don rank, a lot of times those players will not open up their hand unless it has the value to be worth it. So you can almost anticipate there being 2 Dora in that hand. At least 2 Dora.
Ooh.
Not a bad one for Kyle here.
Are we going to try and commit to potential 3-4-5 Sanshoku that comes up?
Presumably, yes. Considering that 2-3-4. Ideal draws here. 5 mon, 3 mon. Or sorry, 5 mon, 3 pin.
Oh.
Alright, technically works, but we're not going to Sanchoku anymore. You could argue that
7, maybe.
Yeah, 2 mon to keep the 4-5-6 Sanchoku alive. 7 or 9
Oh.
for Tanyao. Does actually miss out on the Tanyao. I don't think I would cut the 7, maybe 9. Still P for Ishan 10 for the dealer with a Dora. On the right, 2 away from Tenpai. On the left, a Jun-chan. 2 away from
Yes,
Tenpai.
another Juchan Sanshoku.
1
But we do have a Tenpai. It's on 3-6, but no Yaku yet, because that one in the hand.
Awkward draw here. Won't.
Gonna go back to Shanten to try and find a pair.
Yeah, she's not willing to take that Ricci.
1
Oh, but
Well, we know somebody who will.
Xavier welcomes that Ricci Dora 1. 5-8 pin the weight.
相撲
No,
Finds this
Ipatsumo.
Riti Patsumo. Dora Ura 2. Debut.
And that's a very important Mangan there for Xavier.
And now we have arrived at all last. And dealers got a 1-2-3 Sanshoku. Hello.
I feel like we've seen a lot of 1-2 Sancho today. Not that
Well,
I'm
you know,
complaining. I'm
It's
always
just the
happy.
TCS 1-2-3, you know what I'm saying? ABC.
Doremi.
Yeah.
ポン
To Mandora. So that certainly supports the 1-2-3 Sanchoku. Tuso on the left is Ishanten, actually. Just call the tune into Tenpai if that comes out. By the way,
And
Andrew as
we
well.
are Ishan for the 1-2-3.
Wow. Could be
We
potentially ton of value here.
1
Oh my
finds the
goodness.
3.
All these draws are incredible. Looking for the 1-mon now. 4-mon will also win.
Toss the 4. There's the 1.
5 tiles live for this weight, and most of them are 1-mons.
We have
Attack.
Tenpai over there for the East.
No Yaku.
He finds the East. But it's not a Yaku.
All right, swapping around.
1
The wrong one. That was the wrong one. Wrong side. We need the other side.
Well, this is kind of turning into a toy
Sumo.
now. Oh, there's that Sumo with the wrong side, but
Sumo. We'll take it.
yeah, we'll definitely take it. Reach Sumo Pinfitora. And the Ura as well becomes 4,000 all. This is 3rd place. What a comeback.
No, right. This game isn't over until I say it's over.
Yeah, not the worst hype by either. The shapes are a bit weak, but
1
definitely. What?
Okay. That's a cheat toy. Hello. Yeah, just,
Yeah, let's hop over here. Let's just look at this double Ricci. Had the choice between 2 So and 1-mon. Goes with the 1-mon that just come out. There's no way that you would wait on a tile that came out the turn before, right? Right?
just just the one turn before yours.
Well, they're all on the wall, so no chance for anyone to deal in just yet.
And Submergency is like, okay, yeah. And
Darren's going for it. He has 4 So 5 So for safety if he wants, but he's like, no. How about I just win this hand?
okay, that's Tenpai. Or near Tenpai.
Getting close. I wonder if there's a flush we had across the table.
I mean,
gap is-
Honitsu.
Oh my goodness, the 2-mon draw. That's the perfect draw for the flush. So this is a hand that could overtake for first place even.
Honitsu?
Absolutely. Yakuhai Honitsu
Gee.
Sumo will do it.
This
gap
is
is
going to be Tenpai on the last 4 mon possible. But it's all held. We're going to need to change the tile.
G.
Detects danger.
Uh-oh.
Are you going to detect that danger, though?
Rum.
No.
That's going to do it. The Akwai Door 2 plus the stick plus the Homba.
It's going to push him over the top.
Sorry, I said Door 2. I meant Honitsu, but same result. 39 plus 13. Darren's going to bump up just barely. It's actually the Ricci stick, the double Ricci stick that was left in the middle of the table that changes placement here. And it will be Darren pulling it off. Plus 25.8 in first place. Kyle grabs a nifty second, though. We'll move even closer to the top of the division, almost close even to taking first place overall. Very tightly packed C2 division. Of course, for players that are in the C2 division, not just guaranteed spots, could be both promotions as well.
Yes. And is that the last action for tonight? Or is there more to come?
I think we are going to take a peek. That might be the last one. Okay, we caught 4 games. 2 games from the B3 division, 2 games from the C2 division. And this was our bonus Tuesday stream. I think, unless we get a backup commentator for Wednesday, we will be skipping tomorrow's stream and maybe even moving to New Day altogether. So we might even have treated this as our stream for the week. But yeah, shout out to Garrett for hopping in as the broadcaster for the stream. First time for him. Did a great job. Thanks to Korak as well for hopping in for the first couple games. And Alex, good to hear your voice again for the second couple games.
Yeah, loved it. Fun, exciting. Mahjong.
If folks are interested in watching more Mahjong, there is still some games going on right now from the A2 division, some pivotal series right now. So you can check it out if you're a part of the channel. Maybe you can stick around and do an in-channel broadcast, but I will have to step away. Definitely check out our website, though, at americanricci.org. That is where you'll find all of the standings for all of the divisions as they update. And make sure to visit our YouTube channel as well, at American Ricci there. You can check out all of the streams for this season and seasons past if you want to stay in tune with what's going on in the American Ricci Mahjong League.
Yes.
Best of luck for all of those folks that are heading to various tournaments that are happening soon. I know there is a big online event, the Whale Cup, is going on right now. Good luck to all those who made the final table, and or at least the playoffs. And of course, to those of you who are going to the Ricci Nomi Open and the beginning of August, I know that's a monstrous 200-person tournament. Best of luck to you. And that being said, I think that will be it for us. Catch you in the next stream.
Bye-bye, everyone.